A missing link for us in mobile connectivity has always been access to really good, really reliable switches, network switches, at a fair price point. Stuff that is IP40 rated, designed for industrial use, and can handle the high temperature and harsh environments that are typical in cabinets and other mobile installation environments. These are our ToughSignal switches. They're by Mobile Must-Have. We designed them. They're here, and they come in a variety of sizes. And they're all power over Ethernet to start. Come along with us. I'll tell you all about them. Hey folks, Eric with MobileMustHave.com, and ToughSignal is our enterprise brand. And our enterprise brand has started building out some switching because, to be quite honest, I wasn't finding really what I wanted for our customers out in the marketplace. So we decided to take the plunge and have some stuff built to our specifications that we think is exactly what our customers need. Now, before we get started, I will show you the 3 switches that we're launching with. They are all in stock and ready to go. We've battle tested those. I've been working with them for quite a while. But before we go into that, I do want you to know that each of these switches will come with a 1-year manufacturer warranty, and that warranty is serviced by us at MobileMustHave.com and ToughSignal. There is no runaround. If you have a problem with one of these, you reach out to the same place you bought it and you say, hey, I've got an issue. We troubleshoot it. If there's a problem, we send you out a new unit. No questions asked. That's how it operates. Don't get it wet, dunk it in water, things like that. It's a standard warranty, just like you'd see with any other switch. But the point is, we've got your back. This video will be an overview video of each of these switches. I will put chapter links below so you can hop around if you're interested in this ultra portable 5-port, or maybe the unmanaged 8-port, or the fully managed 8-port with 90 watts of PoE output power per port. You can kind of hop around and figure out where you want to be. We're also going to cover our management interface on the managed switch, which is our higher tier one at the bottom here, and give you a preview of kind of what the interface will look like and what type of advanced features and functionality you get if you want to step up to a managed switch platform. So check out this little guy. This is one of my favorites, and it comes in at a sub $100 price point at the time of filming this video. So this, I tested this for a while on my RV and was really happy with it just because how small it is. This is a 5-port power over Ethernet switch that can accept power inputs anywhere from 12 to 48 volts. We're talking about approximately 4 inches from this side to this side, including the removable power input connector that you see here. About 2.5 inches on this side and about 1 inch thick. So it's tiny for a little switch, especially one that has the ability to run on direct DC power. Environmentally, we're talking about something that can go north of like 165, 170 degrees Fahrenheit in terms of its rated class of kind of what it can operate in. So this is designed for harsh mobile conditions. In terms of power, you've got 4 power over Ethernet ports here, right here on the front, and then you have 1 uplink port that doesn't supply power. Now you have a max with PoE Plus up to 30 watts per port with this switch, and a combined maximum, I'll just look it up right here, you have a total of 60 watts of power output capability at 12 volts. At 24 volts, that'll jump up to 90 watts of total output, and at 48 volts, that'll jump up to 120 watts of output. So in a situation, the vast majority of people are going to be fine running this at 12 volts with that 60 watts of max output. If you're running wireless access points, other things, they're probably going to consume somewhere in the range of 12 to 20 watts. And yes, if you go to like full port density at full power, you might bump into that 60 watt limitation. But for most folks, not every port is going to be something they're going to need PoE on. And if you're using like security cameras or other things that use less power, you should be fine. Regardless though, you can pick up a DC step-up converter down the road later if, like, for instance, you bought this and it wasn't quite getting you enough power because you added some accessories, and you could up that from like 12 to 48 volts. We sell that step-up converter, and then you would get the full 120 watts of output power from the same switch. This guy comes with an L bracket mount that I've been using here, and it also comes with the DIN rail mounts as well. so you kind of have some functionality in terms of how you can mount it. I prefer to mount these things with DIN rails, but to each his own. And then it has the removable power input green kind of standard terminal connector. All right, so let's step up to this guy. So on the power over Ethernet perspective, we're talking about the same thing. So we've got 30 watts per port, but our maximum power that's available on this switch is stepping up. So on the 12 volt side, we've got 80 watts of max power. On the 24 volt side, we've got 120 watts of max power, which was basically where this maxed out at 48 volts. And then on the 48 volt, we jump up to 240 watts on this. So that's a lot of power. And that's going to be in a very small, compact enclosure here. So from an enclosure perspective, again, we're talking about that IP40 enclosure, all aluminum, rated for up to 165, 170 degrees Fahrenheit of ambient temperature. We've cooked these guys, and they just keep on trucking. Moving on to kind of the front here, now you've got some indicator lights. You obviously had link lights on the other one as well, on the little guy, but now you've got some lights that are going to tell you and indicate what's going on with your power supplies, and you have redundant DC power supplies in this little guy. If you look over here, I've taken off the green terminal port. You've got power 1 that goes into your primary power supply, and power 2, 12 positive and negative DC, that goes into power supply 2. And those are redundant independent power supplies inside of the system. So there is additional like redundancy inside of this case in terms of how it can supply power to that board. So if one of those power supply boards were to fail, the switch would not go down and it would remain up. Now, it is not a managed switch, but you will notice there's also an alarm, and that's largely designed it's basically when the switch is on, that relay is going to be open. And then if there's a switch failure, like a power outage, it's going to close the relay. So that will allow you to like set off a buzzer or do something else that will sort of notify you that the power of this device has gone down for some reason. So if you need more advanced relay switching, we'll talk about that next in our managed switch. But note that that's there and it's available on an unmanaged switch, which typically doesn't give you access to anything. You've got your 2 power LEDs on the front that are going to just confirm whether or not those power supplies are active. And you don't have to wire them both up. That is worth mentioning. You can just have power on one of them. Just note that the other light will be off. You could also jumper the power from the first power supply over to the second with small wires, or you could run them to separate power sources if that was something that you wanted to do to add some additional redundancy. So if you just want to take advantage of the redundant power supplies inside of here, you could just jumper over to the second power supply and you'd be covered. Or if you wanted to, say, run one to your starter battery and one to your house battery, so you had some redundancy in case you ran down your house batteries, you didn't want your switch to go down, this can support that. So from that perspective, I think these are just a little bit better built than our small guys, but they're also designed to be kind of more robust with their redundant power supplies and more in like a central hub location in your environment. But they're also much bigger, so to each his own. Okay, so beast mode. Let's look at this guy right here. Same enclosure, same size footprint of what you saw in that the 8-port unmanaged, but now you're stepping up into a managed switch configuration. So this is now going to have its own web interface. It's going to support VLANing, and it's going to give you a lot more flexibility in terms of how you route traffic and kind of all of the cool things that you can do. Now this guy's stepping up to the 802.3 BT, like Bluetooth, standard for PoE. And that, in this switch configuration, is going to give you 90 watts of max power per port, which is pretty wild. That's a lot of power to run over an Ethernet cable. And the switch itself, in theoretical max, is 480 watts of max power that this guy can output if you provide it with dual inputs on the power side and you provide it with the higher voltage specs. Think of this switch as like you could carve this up into being like 4 or even more like mini switches that could all kind of act in their own capacity or way. In some situations for customers, maybe they're trying to use PoE to power like a dome or something else, but they also want to use the rest of these ports to power like or to plug into like their computer or a security camera, stuff that's on the LAN side, but they want to power like a dome or some other device on the WAN side. Well, that's where VLANing comes into play, and you can kind of split those networks, but have it all plug into one device. So if you're really not sure what to do or what to buy, and you're building out an environment, and you're talking about maybe an extra $100, $150 to go with a managed switch that has more power output, I'm just going to kind of cut to the chase. My personal opinion is invest in a managed switch, because down the road, if you want to mess with something, you can't fix an unmanaged switch. You can't make a dumb switch smart. You can absolutely make a smart switch or a managed switch dumb. So I know it's everybody's budget, but it's just something to consider if you're not 100% sure if you need managed or not. In addition to the fact that this has a web interface and it's going to give you a lot of information that we'll show you, you've got a lot more visibility on the front of this device. So you've got LED status lights that will give you status of your power supply 1 and your power supply 2, and you'll also have a run light here that will blink constantly, and that's a heartbeat of the device. So it's checking to make sure, hey, you're there, you're online, and then it's heart beating, and that's what's causing that light to blink. It's sort of a fail safe, so you know if for some reason the switch were to fail. There's also a built-in alarm system inside of this switch. It can be configured in the management interface. We'll talk about it a little bit, but it's a smart alarm in that it can determine if the switch has failed and control the relay on the side here. And you can also set up your own alarms in this for temperature and other things that might be useful, like to turn on a fan if the temperature went above a certain threshold. Rounding out the specs, I do get this question every kind of once in a while. People are like, 480 watts, that's a ton of power. I'm like, well, not if you're not using it. It's not like magically going to take 480 watts all the time. This thing nominally, and if it's just kind of cruising down the road, has a max load if you're not using any PoE of 10 watts. And max meaning it's maxed out. It whispers in terms of its power consumption. It's quite nice in terms of it using very, very little power. This also does feature those redundant power supplies that we talked about before, but they're beefed up because it's outputting more power. But you do have 2 independent power supplies, and I don't recommend, if you're going to pull a lot of power out of this, to jumper your 2 power inputs. You probably want to run home runs right back to your battery. They could go to the same battery. Your battery will be more than okay putting out 480 watts if you're going to go into extreme territory. But just note, I wouldn't jumper that unless you understood the implications of that with the size of your wires. All of the Mobile Must-Have ToughSignal Enterprise switches are eligible for member discounts. If you don't know what our membership is or what it's about, you get upgraded 2-day shipping. You get discounts on that, like I already said. You get discounts on RoamLink and all of our carrier direct data plans. That can add up and absolutely pay for itself in the first year. If you're adding hardware, it absolutely does. And you get access to the Mobile Internet Resource Center, which is where we have staffed experts that work on our forums, as well as just miles and miles of guides in our PepLink Resource Center and our Starlink Resource Center, our gear guides. There's just all sorts of stuff. The Mobile Internet Resource Center is managed and run by our friends at the Mobile Internet Resource Center and my personal friends, Chris and Cherie from the Mobile Internet Resource Center. They're great people. They're super smart, and I just can't say enough about the membership, so make sure you check it out. Thanks so much for joining us and for checking out the new ToughSignal Enterprise switches. Again, fully backed by Mobile Must-Have and ToughSignal and our direct 1-year manufacturer warranty. If you have any questions about these switches or anything at all at Mobile Must-Have, you can set up an appointment with us and talk to an expert. You can go to talk.mobilemusthave.com. There will be a calendar there, and you can schedule a mutual agreed time to talk to an expert about all things Mobile Must-Have, not just mobile internet. We're there to help. You can also reach out to us via chat in the bottom right-hand corner of our website. You can do that during normal business hours and chat with an expert, or you can email us at info@mobilemusthave.com and we'll get back to you as well. You can also just give us a ring. Our phone number is in the top left-hand corner of our website, and we usually just say to folks, go ahead and schedule an appointment because we'll make sure to get you in touch with the right person who understands that product so you don't have to wait on hold or bounce around while we find somebody. The choice is up to you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We'll see you on the road.